Hey, world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 282. Today's prompt is, what makes someone of the upper class in your world? What gets you there and keeps you there? What makes a noble? However they define that, a noble. And this comes from MapleMe in the Discord. So I had a pretty busy day yesterday and didn't quite get to write as much as I would have liked to, but I am writing some more Shelush stuff, just covering a little bit more of the government of steel, which is the ruling body, the sort of sovereign nation group of the great metal ones. So I wanted to find a little bit more about how they interact with their social group in general, and so I added a section to that document called Class and Xenophobia, because despite how authoritarian the government of steel is in its base function, it's actually a beacon of fairness to really anyone that is their own people within their own nation. Now, they're heavily insular, they're deeply protective, and they're kind of dogmatic about the sanctity of their nation, which they consider to be very pure and to be better, to put it bluntly, than the other two groups of people that share the planet with them. Now, this has a lot of implications about other people being able to come in and the great metal ones being able to go out. But what's interesting is they're not all like this. The great metal ones are unique one to the other, and so they do not all share this exact viewpoint. And those who do not often find themselves hungering for wealth or power. But to find it among the great metal ones, and especially within the government of steel, you have to play a very careful song and dance of pretending to be the kind of person that cares about these things, that pretends to be the kind of person that would be very benevolent to their fellow kind once in that position. Now, if they are discovered, they are often exiled, and this is a very permanent, irreversible process that leaves you marked, and in such a way that you cannot return. And many of the other groups that are out in the world have a way of understanding these people and knowing, oh, you've been marked by the government of steel. We don't like them, but we also don't really think we'll like you. However, if these megalomaniacs do make it into the ruling body, these are the darkest periods in the history of the government of steel, are under these iron fists, and these people will try to squeeze every drop of value they can from their own ancestry. Now, though they're considered shameful acts, there have been 2 coups in the history of the government of steel, and they are sort of considered a blot on the lifetime of their nation and are usually considered to be best left forgotten, even if maybe that leaves them a little bit in the dark on preventing it in the future. What makes someone of the upper class in your world? What gets you there and keeps you there? What makes a noble, however they define that, a noble? Thanks for building together.